All movement of the human body is surprisingly complicated and difficult to analyze. But in order to understand motion, analysis is what you need. That's what these little markers are all about. They can be tracked on a computer to reveal the underlying motion of my skeleton. It's the only way you can follow something even as seemingly simple as the movement of a limb. Dozens of joints and bones moving in harmony. Even a clapping stick man is characteristically human. The most ambitious use we made of motion capture was to analyze how babies crawl. The top speed of a crawling baby is about 2 kilometers an hour, and the average baby crawls perhaps 200 meters a day. If you look carefully, the motion capture can identify 7 different types of crawling. To film motion capture, we assembled 10 babies and their mums, 20 crew, some of whom were specially trained in sticking infrared sensitive reflectors on babies' bottoms, a nervous director, 8 infrared cameras, and a team of French experts who knew how to use them.
Well, what is it for, motion capture? Well, at the beginning it was for medical study and for research, scientific matters, but now we use it more for computer graphics, for special effects, for video games. Anytime you need to know the movement in 3D of a character, you need to go through motion capture.
Okay, we're nearly ready. Okay, shall I run on this then, Bertrand? Okay.
The only hitch was persuading the stars of the show to perform.
Come on, good girl. Come on, Molly. Come on.
We're using motion analysis to really reveal what the underlying movement of the skeleton is. And what's good about something like motion analysis is it can tell you things about something like crawling, which you'd have never realized. The main problem is working with babies who don't know that the motion reflectors are not to be pulled off, knocked off, etc., etc. So it was really getting a good take where the baby crawled the entire length, which is a good 4 or 5 meters, with enough of the motion detectors on that the people with the equipment could actually make it work and bring the skeleton to life.
What we get back from the motion captures, we get a rod puppet, which moves in exactly the same way as the baby moved, and they make that using the dots off the original baby footage. And then what we do is we attach to the dots our model over the top of their rod puppet, and that's how we can make it move in exactly the same way as the baby was moving. The skeleton is a combination of a skeleton that we bought from a computer model company in America and some work which was done by a modeler here, or particularly on the skull, to change the proportions of the skull to match a real baby. What is missing is a lot of the cartilage and things like that, which we thought would make it look a bit too scary. I think it's a very difficult thing to do well, because there are problems related to capturing reality in this way and applying it with computers. And you do get a different sort of animation to the animation that you'd get if you were just copying something moving. You get gravity and things like that. And you get a different form of character animation, which is very realistic.
The end result is an amazingly accurate crawling skeleton, moving exactly like the real babies.
Okay, you okay, Julie? Okay, perfect.
You are a real star.
Another way of understanding how the body works is to use a camera that detects heat. Everything that's alive, and quite a few things that aren't, gives off heat. That's what you're looking at now. Every part of your body is burning up energy and creating heat,
as it goes about the business of being you. But the hottest bit of you is up here. Your brain is burning up more energy than anything else in your body, almost a fifth of all the calories you eat and drink, and it uses up almost the same amount whether you're concentrating on something really difficult or just wondering whether to put the cat out. Because day and night, your brain is challenged with the most difficult task it will ever face, keeping you alive. The thermal camera helped us to show the changes going on in Philippa's body. Hot areas of Philippa show up as yellow or red. Before she was pregnant, her breasts were actually colder than most of the rest of her body. In the first 3 months of pregnancy, a surge of hormones causes the blood vessels around the breasts to expand. Extra blood flow in these hot red areas feeds the breast tissue as it gears up to provide milk. We also used the heat-sensitive camera to show the muscle action of a contraction during birth. Bob, one of the stars of the film on babyhood, has just been born. His challenge is to keep warm. Bob's toes and nose suffer most. The delivery room is 15 degrees colder than his mother's womb. Bob's ability to control his temperature is very limited. For the moment, he relies on blankets and cuddles. One of the biggest and most complicated shoots was what we call the line of age. Shot in a forest in the English countryside, we started at 6 a.m, running the whole thing like a military operation. Richard Dale, the series producer, and Erna Imran, the production assistant, were among the first there. And straight away there's a problem. Some of the artists are missing.
The people who haven't turned up are a 19-year-old,
Right.
a 29-year-old,
Right.
a 50-year-old, a 51, and I think either 41, 49 or 52.
Ooh, so we're missing quite a few.
Oh, yes, I know, yes.
This set up this delightful agency. Would you like me to undress for you? No, not yet.
Things are hotting up, not only in the caterer's truck.
What's the problem at the moment?
I've just got to go and tell the director about the weather. He wanted a weather forecast, and the Met Office have just told me that we can expect thunderstorms this afternoon, but sunshine in the early afternoon. So I've got to go and break that news to him, and some of my extras haven't turned up.
Most of them have, though, and they've got an unusual task ahead.
It was supposed to be my daughter, and then they didn't want her because she was too young. So she said, well, you can go, Mum. They want somebody over 60. So, you know, I've never done this sort of thing before.
I've had holidays on nudist beaches, but no, this is the first time I've taken my kit off for money anyway.
I only had 2 days' notice of this, and being 8.5 months pregnant, I immediately was met with, oh, please do it. So...
We needed 100 people, one for each year of age, from birth to 100.
2-year-old, 2-year-old. Anyone 2? 2. Slow down here.
Do you want another rehearsal?
I think let's go for the people.
Okay.
Let's build it up now.
Okay, Matt.
It looks as if it's brightening up there.
Let's put all full steam ahead on getting all the extras in, please. Great.
Right, now, as artists arrive, you have numbers. If you can stand in front of the relevant cardboard cutout with your number on it, please.
Keep your glasses on, that's fine. When the camera comes along, you can look at it a bit. I don't want you to feel you mustn't look at the camera. You can look at the camera a bit, but just make sure you don't look at it for too long.
Everyone has a set place according to their age.
It's all shriveled up according to Friday.
There we go. Were you introduced? What's lovely about this kind of gathering, about this kind of day, is that even though everybody's working very hard, very quickly the barriers are broken down, and what you have here is a collection of people, a collection of humanity, and it represents everybody from a 2-week-old baby to a 102-year-old man. And there's a great sense of camaraderie and lack of tension in the air.
Okay, so dressing gowns off, please. All right. Try not to look freezing cold, okay? Keep smiling and stuff.
Okay, smoke.
Stand by them. Okay, everybody, so we're rolling, so nice and happiness and smiles and reactions.
Yes, look to camera. You can smile a bit, don't look too solemn about it all. But just look to camera, look relaxed. That's great.
The result? What we hope is a memorable sequence that captures what this series is all about. The human body, endlessly changing, ever surprising, and seen in these programs in a fresh and fascinating way.
Round. Looking excellent, that's it, nice and relaxed. That's it, that's good. Looking excellent, that's nice. And keep looking. Cut it!